Hey, Mud Family. I'm calling BS on this one. It says this is a 5-gallon bucket lid, which I believe, but it also says easy off, which I don't believe, because this is just not easy off. I don't know whose definition of easy this is. Apparently, they are some sort of glutton for punishment. But I will get this off, because I want to show you what's inside. This is kind of an unboxing, more of an unbucketing. I should probably not pour it all over the living room floor. That would be more of an unbucketing, and maybe too much of an unbucketing. Aha! There we go. Check this out. Looks like either really, really bad beef jerky or really good construction materials. This is Glavel. I've been waiting to play with this for a while now. It is recycled glass made into Rice Krispie treat sort of a things. You see all those little holes there? Most of the holes in this thing are like entirely sealed little bubbles. So this is an insulation in the form of gravel. It's like an artificial lava rock, and it will actually compress into place. You can compact it into place to make a base. The plan for us, it's super lightweight with all those air bubbles in it. It replaces gravel with something insulative. The plan for us is I got a building I'm working on that they want to have passive annual thermal storage. So they're building an apron out around the building, 10-15 feet, where they're insulating that whole area. And they were going to use perlite mixed with Portland cement, which really bothered them because Portland cement is a very high embodied energy material. And that was going to be like a cap on this whole thing. So instead, we're making a flagstone patio sort of a thing. And the underlayment of the patio is going to be about a foot of this stuff. I'll show you what I mean by full of air bubbles. Water here. And I'm dropping a rock into the water. And look at that rock floating. And if it's sinking very, very slowly. I'll be curious to see how much of the bubbles inside of this are open cell, like the ones you can see on the edges, that will fill with water, and how much of it is closed cell, which will never fill with water, because this is rated to have like an R2 insulation value, about twice as much as wood. And about 20 times as much as regular gravel. So this is very, very buoyant. So basically, if I use this stuff as the fill around the building, it will help insulate the building. And if I use it as a blanket under, say, a patio or a brick patio or something like that, even if water gets into it, it will still be quite insulative. If I use this as a base underneath a, say, an earthen floor, I won't need to use concrete in that floor, Portland concrete. All of which is very exciting, considering that foam insulation has more of an environmental footprint than all of the energy it will save over the life of a building, having put it in there. That right off the bat, before you even move into the building, you have spent more energy creating that foam than the building will ever have used if it was the least well put together, legal, building a code approved, properly insulated to building code building you could possibly build. That wasn't phrased very well. Basically, if I can replace foam insulation with this recycled glass, and getting rid of glass once it's been used can be problematic. Not all of it is easy to turn back into bottles or whatever. But this stuff will insulate the floor or the walls underground without using foam, without using Portland cement to mix with perlite or lava rock or something. And this company is called Glavel. There are other ones who are sending me samples to play with. One's called Poraver and one's called Aerolite. And we're going to check them all out for suitability for our purposes. But this super lightweight gravel, this whole thing here, this whole bucket of gravel, a bucket of standard limestone gravel like this would weigh 70-80 pounds, and this weighs maybe 15. So all the rest of that in there is air, and little air pockets are what makes insulation that keeps houses warm. And I'm actually going to try using this in rocket heaters as well, because I don't like the high expense and the high embodied energy of the ceramic board. I also don't like breathing the dust of it. But that's the insulation I normally use. And this will be a lot more insulative than that, and a lot cheaper. So stay tuned for more. Uncle Mud.